Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And it is a lot of things that happened since yesterday as I tweet this out, share this out, send this to everybody. Insane stuff. But try to tell people that no, I can admit when I'm wrong. I thought, what's going on? I thought, honestly, price point would be different. I'm telling you, still want it? Yo, what's going on? Still want it? Like, putting it on I'm putting this everywhere. I'm tweeting it out. So much stuff. So much stuff. My boy made it out here. So he's here. That's what's up. It's always blue sky. Blue sky always give me this issue. The only day that I wasn't able to do Fight Night Fridays, yesterday. So kind of missed that. Kind of miss hanging out with the guys. But we'll be back soon. Hold on a second. All right, shared it out to Blue Skies. Let's get into this discussions, boy. All right, hold on. Now, there's a couple of things I do want to talk about. I do want to talk about me being 98% right all the time. And I told people Xbox's strategy, right? And dude just telling me that the strategy wasn't going to be what I thought it was with Xbox and putting their games on PlayStation. And I want to just say I love being right. I love being absolutely right. Hold on. I'm trying to get to, you know what? Let me move it over. Because I was looking yesterday, because trust me, like, yo, us over here at this time is kind of being like sequestered off, right? So we're off by a whole bunch based off of everybody is doing everything around the world, and we are just trying to catch up to what's going on, right? Let me see. Where's that Xbox stuff that I was looking at? I'm trying to get that up. I'm trying to pull it up right now because they, gave Elder Scrolls date and the big revelation about Forza. It's kind of like what I told people and what I said. Hold on a second. It's kind of what I told people and what I said. And everybody was like, nah, King, the king ain't right. King is always right. 98% always right. So I told dudes that let's deal with the biggest elephant in the room, the Forza, where the PlayStation dudes that they was gonna eat like us. When I talk to these Microsoft execs, um, peach, drunk, well, what's this mango, right? This is mango. Mango, my bad. Mango drink. Remember when they have a whole food on it is what's up. All right, so I told these dudes that they're not like us. But they keep thinking and considering themselves like Xbox guys. When I talk to these Xbox execs, don't worry, we got you. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean though? Now, just because I'm cool with them, don't mean I was going to give them, a pass, or cut them some slack when it came to the showcase. Now, I'm not saying that the showcase was a dud. They did have some games that I like, Gungrave and Fatal Frame was shown on a Nintendo joint. So when I'm explaining to like Cog or somebody, I'm explaining to them my perception of shows and stuff, right? But the Forza thing, I told people that they're not going to be releasing day and date on PlayStation like that. Xbox core central titles are going to be released on Xbox. And there's an edict that is going on over there to let these dudes wait. Now, third party titles like The Outer Worlds 2, yeah, that's day and date type of thing. But titles like Forza, Gears, Halo, stuff like that, I find it hard to believe that they're going to take their fan base and make their fan base feel second class. What's going on, Waga man? My dude. Yo, Waga, we gotta talk. Remember, we supposed to talk some Marvel stuff. Hit me up. Hit you with my phone number. Just have my DMs. Um, this is it's funny to see how people narratives crumble, and I love how. Do y'all notice yesterday when I get into the Xbox Rock Ally price? Do y'all notice how yesterday when I put my price and said it, everybody started running with my price? I don't want y'all to ever get it twisted. A lot of the people that you look at me, get my information, then go put it up and act like it's their information, like they got some insight or something. And I'm telling you, a lot of times, my information be like on my time, my type of thing, my looking at what I got and then trying to go from there. They didn't want to put that price. Okay. Somebody has said something about what about price hikes? What about when this thing launches? Like on Xbox where I got X. And the only reason why I'm doing it condensed is because everybody's meeting up. This is the later day, so everybody's meeting up in the lobby, and we got a whole bunch of stuff today. But what about when you release the handheld? And have you seen where the console's price jumped from what it is? The console price when they released the Xbox, the console price was set at a price where they was going to make the bare minimum amount of money off of it, and if when they hit a certain threshold, but they was going to make money off software. The console original price was never made to make money. The console price now is made to, if the unit sells, they're going to make some change off of it. Does that make any sense? The price now for the Xbox ROG Ally X is a price point that is kind of market safe. So if the market gets volatile, the price doesn't jump initially. The market will have to get terribly volatile later on for that price to go up from what its initial launch price is. So a lot of people spreading this rumor that you gotta go get it now because next year the price is gonna be crazy. That's if a total collapse happens in the economic structure in the worlds, right? So I don't foresee that. I do foresee it being volatile at moments, but this price is made to have a cushion in that so you don't reach a dramatic incline when it comes to like something like tariffs or something like that. So a lot of these dudes are just talking out their butt. They not outside. They're just speculating from wherever they're talking from, right? Now, having these conversations with people, shout out to Web Dave, having these conversations with The people that make it, that make the consoles, the people that market it, the people that make the controllers, the people that are in the decision making rooms, having those conversations. Now, the device is set to test what we will eventually start getting as a baseline for hardware. When you're setting a trend and Microsoft is setting a trend, I want you to think about it. This is going to be the first time an established product that was inside the marketplace took a back step and became an OEM device and removed themselves from the manufacturing aspect of hardware. This is the reason why Play Anywhere is so aggressive. This is the reason why back compatibility is so aggressive. This is the reason why the emulation aspect of what they're going forward doing is so aggressive, is to capture your all the games that you own, all the games that you have, all the games that is in your library, and have those games as flexible as they need them to be. The rigid structure in a console model that is currently constituted today is far too rigid for them to be what they want to be. They want to be able to take everything you own and at a moment's notice move it anywhere without any issues. Okay? So, I hear a lot of Xbox guys complain that they have games that they can't play on the Xbox ROG Ally X or the Xbox ROG Ally. That would not be an issue for long. Notice how every time you look at the list of play your content, well, y'all know what play your content is, right? That's play your library. Every time you look at play your library, it grows. I think by weekly you're going to start seeing, and if anybody's monitoring it, weekly you see a growth of 5 to 10 games weekly. So that means that they're going into these games, getting these games to be like back compatted type of content, um, versatile. Shout out to Dip Down Games, member for 12 months. I salute you, Soldier. Soldier S rank. Much love, fam. Been enjoying the content. Blessings. I've been trying to do basically everything I can possibly do. Same thing with all the Iron Lords. We have a ton of interviews going up. Shout out to Valari. Remember, I told y'all I'm going to, I think maybe tomorrow, introduce y'all to the new Valari pillows. We do have new Valari pillows that are going to be talked about. So y'all know I got my rock. I'm rocking my hold the line joint. So yo, tell me how a lady ran up to me and was like, "Oh, I follow you," but she's Japanese. She's like, "Oh, I follow you," and showed me the page. And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." But I guess she was so shy because my translator was with me that she didn't ask for a picture. If you see me and you want to take a picture, take a picture. I don't care. I'm not. I'm not. I don't bite. I'm not gonna be offended. I'm never too busy. So just know that part. All right. So that your content, they want your content to be versatile as them. You see how everything's an Xbox? They want you to be able to take your content to everything. Web Dave, Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. Welcome to Soldier S rank, brother. I I tell people the price. Now remember, I was off by 100, but that was the 100 that they was playing with. That was the 100 that they was playing with. Actually, no, I was off by 200 because I said 499 and 799. So I was off by 200. And everybody was running with my price yesterday. Remember, I said 499, 799. Everybody's running with my price before the price came out. That lets you know where they get the information from. But then it came out. Now everybody has to do, oh, Xbox. If you ran with my price in the beginning, now you got to run with Xbox is bugging out. The price is crazy. It sold out. Did you get one? It sold out. And then you're gonna have this is the talking points of individuals that are anti Xbox. Well, you don't know what the initial allotment is, and they can only have 10 units, and then if those 10 units sold out, it sold out. Those are the talking points of somebody that is anti Xbox. All right. So me personally, I just don't hear it. Like they talking, I just be like, whatever. Xbox initial launch mm, allotment is far greater than what people think. They are pushing this device to an extent that it's a console launch. Remember when Sarah said that she had hardware that they were talking about that was coming out? This is that hardware. If you go to Tokyo Game Show and talk to each and every developer there, and you say, well, where's the Xbox unit? They will all point to the ROG. When you have Walmart removing stock of Xbox consoles and Costco removing store space for Xbox consoles, it's because of two things. One, ordering a ton of Xboxes. I don't think Xbox is sending out the initial batches of 30,000, 40,000 shelf space type of thing. So these companies will order, let's say, 2 million. And then throughout the countries, they would place them on store shelves. So each store would probably get an allotment of 2,000 or something like that, spread out. Let's say they buy 1 million and they spread it out across all their stores, and you got like 2,000 or a couple of hundred, stuff like that, to fill up store shelf space. That is premium space that costs that amount of money. If Xbox slows down manufacturing of Xbox content hardware, then the shelf space won't be there. So Costco would remove those items from shelf space. That's not saying that those items aren't for sale. You just don't have to go to a third party to get it. You will get it direct from Microsoft. Like you've seen, if you go to your dashboard, you can buy it from the Xbox store. You can buy it from anywhere. It's always available. But it being visible on store shelves is not a thing at certain retailers that buy in bulk. Certain smaller retailers will actually still have units, but I don't think they're manufacturing them at the extent they were initially doing because the decisions have changed in the building. This Xbox ROG Ally X and the Xbox ROG Ally is those changes in the decisions of these devices. Now, if this thing, and it's so far, it's wildly successful. If this device or devices garner enough units, the going forward with that device that I told you next year, because there's is a device coming next year. That device, and remember, my price point for that device is, I believe, it's going to be $1,499. That's my thought process. It's going to be a very powerful, for the lack of a better term, mini PC. Xbox controller, closed ecosystem. Hold on. I gotta text him. Oh, this is my father. Uh, Let me text my boy. He's downstairs. You try to tell people that you're streaming, right? And copy the link, send the link to him. Well, why did I do that? All right, hold on. The fact that both handhelds can connect to displays is crazy. Yes, what dudes don't really realize is these devices hook up to your television. I don't know why everybody keeps considering them just handhelds, like they can only do one thing. No, they can actually do whatever you want them to do. They actually hook up to your television. You can actually play your games. You can take it on the go. It's a switch without the little handheld things coming off. It's a switch. So it's more versatile than the Switch, right? The Xbox Rock Ally X. It's way more versatile than the Switch because you're able to hook up that GPU to it and give it an extra boost. The console that's coming out next year is going to be probably, not probably, it's going to be the most powerful device that's out. Period. Remember when I was telling you before, when I spoke to Phil and the PlayStation 5 Pro came out and I was like, y'all lost the power narrative. Well, we understand that the PlayStation 5 Pro is really not that more powerful than the Xbox Series X, but the power narrative, um, Xbox doesn't want to have that lost. So you can tell by that the device that it's going to blow the doors off that machine, and it's in a sense that it's going to usher in the ability for true next generation games, not this generation games, through next generation games. With the next generation Call of Duty being available at a higher fidelity, higher frame rate, more dynamic AI, everything that you could possibly think of because it's being made for that device. Uh, and then it's going to be like downscaled to current devices. That device is going to be the de facto. Remember when I told you guys that Xbox is using the strategy of the unified idea? The strategy of the unified idea is that make one game and that game is playable everywhere on all devices that is considered an Xbox. That's the unified idea. That's the trifecta. So that game, developers would normally have to make a PC version of the game and make an Xbox version of the game because the Xbox version of the game had to go into the Xbox ecosystem and is a little bit more rigid. Well, now you make one game and that game is an Xbox game and that game is, goes all digital to this device and it's able to play anywhere. This is the reason why those factors come into play. Xbox is a paradigm shift happening right now. You're seeing a change in the industry where console manufacturers that were reliant on software selling and needing units to be in people's hands will no longer be reliant on those units making it to people's hands. What they are reliant on is the connectivity tissue of everything being accessible through these apps, right? So this is why the Xbox app is so important because once you have that app on your PC, Xbox Game Pass, you have an Xbox on your app, on whatever device it is, right? The same thing with the Xbox Ultimate. The user interface on the Xbox, the user AI, user interface, the UI on Xbox, excuse me, is like I put the thing on. Yeah. It's messing with my sinuses. I apologize. AJ had that problem too. Plus, I don't wear glasses all the time. This is just for reading. So the idea of Xbox encapsulated in an app that is broadband to go to every device is a huge strategy in the point where now it's absolutely completely flexible. within that whole user interface of that idea is you, your digital self, your games, your name, your everything that makes you up, your digital footprint is transferable to any device. So let's say I'm playing on my ROG, which I just is locked inside. Well, not my ROG, my Steam Deck is locked over there. But I open my Xbox app on my Steam Deck and then I pull up all my stuff. Let's say I'm messaging you or we're playing a game or whatever. They want the seamless jump from everything to be as seamless as possible. So that connectivity is going to be in these devices. The next Xbox device is going to be as versatile as these ROGs. So you got to start thinking about it as that way. And then these manufacturers who actually built up their whole company on manufacturing hardware and manufacturing devices, those companies will be doing the heavy lifting. While companies like, except for Nintendo, I don't understand Nintendo's business model, but after coming here, I understand Nintendo's business model. PlayStation's business model is going to start shifting, looking like Xbox's business model, but they don't have as much money as Xbox in order to do so. Xbox's business model looks like that because they have as much money because they're, well, $4 trillion company. They have the money to do so. They have the money to inflect and change great change in the marketplace. So knowing that, knowing that now games is a priority, this is the reason why you can look and you can see them talking nothing but games, right? The hardware is going to always be secondary to what their main priority is: software. Getting you as much games as you possibly can stand to keep you locked into that app. Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass itself is an app that carries you along with it. So what they want is every Xbox customer to be that app. They want you there. That way, like I'm looking at these games right now, like this one game where these little guys is making the cheese and riding in the boats and stuff like that. I'm looking at these games and I'm seeing their footprint across every device, and they're taking you along with them. With that, you can't lose. I don't care what you say. If you have somebody making and you're looking look at Asus right now. I don't know who's gonna make the device. I I could say who I assume is going to make the hardware for the at home device. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and this is just my prediction. I believe HP makes the home device with lesser companies or companies later making a home version of the Xbox device. I believe XP, just like Asus, is the first device, handheld device that's making the handheld. I believe HP makes the home device. I believe that device is $1,499. I believe that device comes with the AMD chipset model that is going to be, you know, FSR4, everything down the line. I'm not a tech guy, so I'm not going to sit there and try to play that tech game with you. But everything down the line that we expect from a high performance device that is demanding that sticker price. If you look at the Xbox ROG Ally sticker price, it's a high performance device that demands that price with the versatility that it gives you. Marketplace shows that it can sell. They're going to go full steam ahead with the console. The console next year is going to do the same thing, but they're going to have the software to back it up. When they're not sitting there worrying about getting ready for a console launch and making sure that this is that is, they can just concentrate on software, which you saw at this show. Now, let's get into the laughing haha moment that I got with Forza Horizon before I get out of here. Forza Horizon 6 launching on the Xbox console and not launching on the PlayStation console lets you know exactly what I told you before. Xbox totally values you as an Xbox customer. Xbox totally values you as a gaming experienced person on the Xbox ecosystem. If you want that game day and date, then you must be inside the Xbox ecosystem. I told you before, do not think that they were going to get those games initially at launch. The same way with Indiana Jones, where I had to hurry up and wait while we finished the game, played the game, and got all the stuff that we wanted to do out of it. Then it launched on that ecosystem. That is going to happen. When I tell you hashtag no PlayStation 6, I'm not joking with you. I see what their strategy is. If Ghost of Yode comes out on the second, and on the second, the open beta happens for Call of Duty, that means they're targeting them. The stranglehold that Microsoft is about to start to initiate on the marketplace is going to be insane. You have untethered them from being reliant on selling hardware. They will sell software. It's an absolute reason why Nintendo has delayed on giving them development kits. Do you understand? The moment that Xbox has development kits for, and they have them for Switch 2, they're going to place their games on the Switch 2. You see how the marketing, like they have a PlayStation say this is an Xbox? Well, the Switch 2, they're going to have a marketing that says this is an Xbox. It's over. The level of infiltration is going to be complete. Because that means whatever device sells, and that's reliant on those individuals to sell their devices. Xbox doesn't need to sell devices in order to sell you games because they have games everywhere. All you have to do as a consumer is be inside Game Pass. That's it. Or if you want to buy the games on whatever devices you want to buy them, do it. In this digital age where you don't own anything, don't worry about it. You don't own it anyway, right? So when I told people that it was going to be an incredible flip of a coin that was going to change, and everybody laughed like, King, you're full of it. When I told you to hold in line, it's about to go crazy. Oh, King, you're full of it. Xbox is in last place. Xbox is in first place right now. In number of units of games sold, physical and digital games, they are going to be leading the pack. They don't sell physical games. They sell digital games. The reason why they're selling you digital games because Play Anywhere is huge with them. Your digital footprint, you are huge for them. I want you to consider this. I want you to look at out of the big three, out of the big three, and that's Nintendo, and I'm putting Xbox last. Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. Xbox is the only one out of the big three that has more than three live service games that are rated in the top five on every console chart. On Xbox console chart, on PlayStation console chart, and Nintendo console chart. Minecraft is definitely going to be there. Call of Duty, well, as soon as they get over to Nintendo, will definitely be there. It's on both, ecosystems. And then you have other games like that. Web Dave, any Sega news yet? Great job, blessing $2 super chat. The like button. Yeah, yeah. I saw they had the Sega racing. That was huge. If you've seen Cogs, Cog has a lot more of that Sega. He was in the Sega area. Me and if you see Sovereign and I, we was playing Virtual Fighters Revo. We had a whole bunch of fun with that. We got that done. Um, but the that there was We won a Virtual Fighter 6. We were supposed to play each other. We was playing people across the country. I did an incredible job. Saab did an incredible job. We were beating the brakes off of people. I did actually wanted to challenge people that was more close because we are Virtual Fighters heads. So Virtual Fighter 5 Revo was definitely a fun thing. Fight Night Fridays, let me let you know that we're going to be tearing y'all up. So we were in Chiba and we were a net cold rollback playing people that was in Osaka and whipping tail. So again, shout out to Chiba. We was doing it up there. All of us in Chiba was beating the people in Osaka. It is what it is. Hands on people. But Sega has a little bit more new. We got some more stuff coming out. We got some stuff that we recorded. If anybody watched how I was streaming yesterday, some of the stuff that I wasn't showing you is because that stuff is going to be on the rollout stuff that you see with Insider Gaming, Xbox, Frontline News, Iron Lords Podcast, lordsofgaming.net. So we're gonna bring that stuff to you. But yo, this is a wrap, guys. I got a boogie. Everybody's getting downstairs right now. Getting text messages and all that. So the king got to change this generic black shirt that I put on into what we are wearing for today. Uh, and you're gonna see more of downtown Tokyo. So we're going to go to a lot of the shops. Please look at Iron Lords Podcast live. Y'all know when I get a hold of that camera, y'all gonna see what y'all gonna see. Y'all not gonna be watching my face all day long, except if I'm playing a video game that I can't show off the screen. Like sometimes if I turned it around, y'all got a chance to see the game that I was showing. I was being sneaky like that because I didn't have the camera in my hand. So I'm just playing. So I don't know. I don't know if it's playing like so. But yo, again, this is just the thoughts and the information that I'm gathering. Sticker price, I know you saw it. I was absolutely wrong. I can admit that, but I understand why I was wrong, and I tried to explain it as clear as possible. That $200 price, like cushion, is so when if the tariffs anything goes crazy, the price is not going to jump. Right? So they're not doing razor edge margins. They're just on point with the margins. So peace and blessings, and do what I try to do every day, which I haven't been able to do while I've been here. But I'm a stream, so try to play the Game Pass, and I don't have my Xbox chain, but I have God blessing me and hanging out with me. So blessings, peace and blessings, bro. And if you can see the smile on my face is because it's a blessing being able to do this, and it's a blessing to be able to talk to you guys, and it's a blessing to be able to get stuff to you guys in the manner that we're doing it. So again, stay connected. Let me know. Text me if you follow me. Text me what you want to see, what you want to know about, so I can get that for you. All right, and don't be shy. You're not bothering me. All right, so don't be shy. All right, you're not